we go. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a very special treat. I mean, if you like lovely ladies. Nice. Please welcome Mayor Lord Bride.
Good evening, everyone. We've heard a lot about sexuality this evening, and some of you might be feeling a little bit warm, a little bit tingly, a little bit like you might like to participate in sexual activities yourself. But let us warn you, sex is not fun. It is not just fun. You have to be very careful. One way you can be careful is through the use of condoms. Condoms protect you against things like diseases and pregnancy. To demonstrate the use of a condom, I'll need an erection. Could I have another erection? Oh! Oh! Wow! Now, some of you might not want to use condoms because of the depletion of sexual pleasure. Bree, will you please demonstrate? Oh. Yeah. You place the condom over the erect member, most of which are as large as a human arm. Now, Bree is protected from sexually transmittable diseases. Watch as she does not catch on fire. Shane, on the other hand, did not choose to wear a condom. And it's very windy, but you won't always get that Freebird!
Will you put that out?
Now, a condom would have saved Shane, but a condom is not actually the most effective. In fact, it's one of the least effective methods of birth control. See another one.
Oh.
Yeah, that could have been you. And this would have been your baby. But actually, a much better way to prevent pregnancy, and you don't have to wear a condom, which restricts your feeling and all that sort of stuff. The best way to avoid getting pregnant is to have sex when you're menstruating. Now, there's only a few props that you need. A tarp, or perhaps a shower cap. Maybe a towel if you don't mind using bleach. Now, first, ladies, I know you try to keep clean, so you want to remove the tampon first. Probably about 10, 20 minutes before you know you're going to have sex. You know, just so you don't have to have that awkward, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom conversation. And this is great. I mean, you're prevented against pregnancy, and let me tell you, lubrication, ladies, you know, sometimes the guy is a little short on the foreplay, and it's a little rough down there. Well, period sex. Oh, God. Because you get all that blood, and it just provides so much lubrication, and you can't get pregnant, because if you're menstruating, obviously you're not ovulating. Obviously.
Now, all of these methods are nice and all, but there's a little method that a lot of
I don't know what just happened, but it made me very uncomfortable. So there's a method that a lot of you have tried to employ, which is called the rhythm method, which a lot of you probably think involves math and calendars and hard things like that, like numbers. But in fact, the rhythm method has nothing to do with math or counting or how many fingers you have on either hand. What it has to do with is the kind of music that you choose to play in the bedroom. Now, if you choose to play something nice and slow, maybe a little let's get it on,
pregnant, okay? But if you choose to use something that's a little quicker, a little something with a little okay, you see how quickly my lower regions are moving. Catch up with this vagina, people. Obviously not going to be pregnant if you're moving this fast.
Now that is a very good method, but it's not the most successful. A slightly more successful method. If you, young women, if you find a boy has ejaculated inside of you, quickly run to the closest store and get some Mountain Dew. Make sure it's diet Mountain Dew, because you don't want a yeast infection. What you need to do is shake it up a lot to build up pressure, because you will essentially be giving yourself a douche, or as I like to call it, a mountain douche. I'll demonstrate as so.
Nicely clean. Nobody be here.
And finally, this brings us to our last form of birth control, which is not only the most convenient and the most satisfying, but obviously the most effective. And that is the pull-out method. Now, all you need for the pull-out method is a very willing young woman and a very smart, honest young man who is semi-sober enough to consciously be aware of when he's going to ejaculate. That way, right before he does, he pulls out of the vagina and therefore comes somewhere else.
But Jacqueline, what if it's dark, you're making love, and you don't know whether he's pulled out or not?
You know, that's a great question. Let us demonstrate, please. Lights. He's gonna say something like, "Oh, I'm coming. Oh,